after yourself. We'll see you soon.
Happy sailing! Hey, you guys are living the dream.
The last few weeks it really has felt like we've been living the dream. So we struck out from Ilha and into perfect weather. The sailing was great. We had our wind vane steering going and we were headed downwind, sails poled out. It took 2 days and 2 nights, and with the exception of some strong winds off Lisbon, off the headland there, we arrived safe and sound in Cascais. And we planned to set off to Sesimbra. But as we left Cascais, we immediately came across this amazing bloom of jellyfish. We thought they were barrel jellyfish to start with, but it turns out they're called catostylus jellyfish, which are a new species to us, so we were really excited. They're quite common here in the estuaries in Portugal, but yeah, so nice to see these amazing creatures in the water. Cascais is quite a built-up area, but just offshore there were loads of dolphins, so we kept seeing them coming over to the boat. It was so nice. So the next hop was a short hop from Cascais to Sesimbra, just 6 hours. The main plan for this next section was to try and meet up with a company called Spot Freedive and to try and progress our freediving skills. And we were blessed with amazing weather and they had availability, and we headed out for some amazing freediving over the next couple of days, working on our skills, getting down to 20 meters, both Lou and I, and also seeing some fantastic marine life.
Diving down, we were amazed at the beautiful seaweed garden that was growing there, lit up by the sunlight and teeming with fish, such as this corping wrasse. And the stripy rainbow wrasse, and lots of other species as well. Up close, the rocks were bustling with life, and we saw bunches of this red harpoon weed on the rocks, and this beautiful iridescent blue seaweed called champia, and then carpets of snake-lox anemone with their tentacles streaming backwards and forwards in the surge of the waves. This is called Anemone viridis, and it's the sea anemone that I studied for my PhD. And they're special in that they have these tiny little algae in their tissues which act like solar panels. And we were lucky enough to spot this grey triggerfish that was out foraging for shellfish that it cracks open with its very strong front teeth. And this common octopus, a master of camouflage that can not only change its colour but the texture of its skin to blend in with its surroundings.
Part of the AIDA 2-star course, Mario from Spot Freedive took us out into deeper water, and we had the chance to actually test ourselves down to some greater depths. We started at 10 meters, and then after we were comfortable with that, down to 15, and then finally down to 20 meters. And here's Lou heading right down to 20 meters. I sort of met her halfway, and then yeah, there's lots of techniques to be streamlined, to make sure you clear your ears, to sort of stay relaxed and safe throughout the whole process. And Mario is there to kind of look after you and coach you, and he's got some fantastic tips. He's a great coach, so I highly recommend looking up Spot Freedive if you're in the Sesimbra area. So after completing the level 2 AIDA course, we left Sesimbra, headed for Sines, and again we had just dreamy sea conditions, so we stopped for a swim on the way. And when you're naked swimming, that's when you see another jellyfish, so I headed off after it and filmed it. I didn't even show the footage to Lou until later, and when she saw it she was like, "No way, that's like a new species again." As we got close to Sines, there was a fin sort of hanging in the water, and we couldn't work out what it was, and it disappeared, and we thought we might never see it again, but it turned out to be a minke whale. You get days like these where you just feel like you really are like living the dream. All the hard work, all the renovation of the boat, selling the house, like all the effort, all the strife and toil, it all comes together and it just feels perfect. We were really excited about the next day too. We're going to get to Sines, and then we were going to head south to go and see some old friends, Tom Forgard and also Richard Brunken. And so the next morning we got up super early, 5 a.m, in order to make sure we had enough time. But we couldn't see any of the coast, it was so foggy. But we decided to go in anyway and see. So we made it, it's foggy, but we managed to come in prior for Garish, and the fog's lifted just enough. And our first visitor, Otto, arriving by surfboard.
Hello. Hi.
Hello, how you doing? Hey, Nick. Oh, this is hilarious.
So good.
Right, I'm in there. After we said our hellos, we all hopped on our surfboards and paddled over to the beach and had some fantastic little waves. It was just ideal conditions. It's not often you get this with a sailing boat. It's like small enough to anchor just off the beach, but big enough that you can go in and surf some cracking little waves. It was just so fun to catch up with these guys. Our friend Richard Brunken also came and joined in the fun. It was just the best rendezvous ever. We spent lots of time with Tom, Simone, Otto and Anouk last winter when we were living in our camper van. They really helped us out, and we had lots of times together and talked about these magical plans of ours to sail over here. And so this really felt like, yeah, we made it, you know. It was so nice to see everyone. So after a precious couple of hours with these guys, we carried on with our long day around Cabo de São Vicente, right at the southwest tip of Portugal. It's a stunning headland. It was so nice to see it from the sea. Sailing down the Atlantic coast of Spain and Portugal has just been absolutely magical. This dream has been 3 years in the making, lots of effort, lots of hard work, lots of sacrifice. But the reality of it is even better than we could have imagined. If you've been enjoying these videos, then please hit the like and subscribe button. We'd love to take you on the rest of this journey. We're starting to believe now that we can actually sail down to the Canaries and perhaps even across the Atlantic and onwards. So yeah, hit the like and subscribe, and you can even become a patron if you wish and support us on our way. Just search for Sailing Noctiluca, a light at sea on Patreon.